Well, part of that is just their spin, and I think people here know me, and they know what I stand for, and they know that's not me. That doesn't ring true with them, so
So it doesn't really stick with.
it doesn't really stick.
Okay.
But at the same time, I think I do owe the people of the state sort of my side of the story, So, like, for example, I'll give you just one example. We can go into this in more detail if you want to, but, one of the things I go talk about, Mark Pryor votes with Barack Obama 95% of the time. Well, first thing is always be careful with statistics, right? Always be very careful. So how they get that is one of the newspapers or magazines up there, I can't remember who it is exactly, every year they come out with a story, and they pick a few votes, and they say, how did they vote compared to the White House and all that stuff. Well, in that year, I think there were about 300 votes. I don't remember the exact number. So, don't hold me that exact number. I forgot what it is. But anyway, so there's that many votes. They take 11 votes. Okay, so they forget about all these other ones. They take 11 votes. And they say, look, he voted with him 10 out of 11 times. Therefore, he votes with Barack Obama 95% of the time. That's the kind of games these guys play. The better, if you're going to look at the numbers, and I'm not saying you always should, but sometimes they're indicators, is the National Journal up there, which is another magazine. It has a deal annually where it puts out a thing, not about where you are compared to the White House, but where you are in the Senate. From the most conservative to the most liberal.
Based on voting record.
But based on all the votes that you, not all votes can be quantified like that, but all the votes that you can, and, again, maybe 200, 300 votes, whatever, they look at those and then they rank us. And basically every year I'm right in the middle. I've been 50 a few times. I don't know all the numbers, but if you average it, I'm right about almost dead center in the middle. And I think that's where Arkansas wants me to be. I think they want me to listen. I don't line up well with all the partisan wrangling and all the games that get played up there. You notice I don't go to press conferences when they have, all the Democrats out there. I'm not saying I never do it, but I very seldom do that. That's just not me.
Like where they all get up behind the president.
Yeah, that's just not me. That's not why I'm there. And I'm not saying I've never done that, but it's just I just don't do that very often. And I don't know. I just feel like that one of the things that frustrates Americans is they feel like no one in Washington is listening. I hate to say it, but to a large extent they're right. There's a lot of people in Washington aren't listening. I try to listen. That's what I think people get with me. When I'm at the gas station or when I'm at the grocery store, and by the way, I live in Arkansas. I don't live up there. I live here, so I commute. I'm like Mike Rawson, so they used to commute all the time, and I do that now. I've done that for 7 years, I guess, now. But when I'm here and I'm filling up the gas or I'm whatever, I'm doing at the ball game, whatever, people come up to me and they're so frustrated with Washington. They're sick of the drama. They're tired of the bickering. They're fed up with the gridlock. All that stuff. But they're not mad at me. And it comes through very clearly when I'm talking to them. They're mad. They're frustrated. They're not mad at me. They'll say things like, "Why can't y'all get along? Why don't y'all do this?" But it's not like you. They never tell me to do it. Because they know I'm trying. They know I'm trying. You try to be a bridge builder. You try to be a problem solver. You try to bring people together. And, sometimes you're successful and sometimes you're not. I was part of the Susan Collins effort at the end of, late last year to try to pull this together, to pull some things out of the fire, to get the government open again and things like that. We were successful. I was part of that group. So people know that I'm one of those that tries to be a problem solver, tries to be a bridge builder.